Getting out of the Matrix. Let's talk about it. I just went down a wormhole reading the Sefer Yetzirah and looking at dimensions, and I came to an amazing realization. The principle of the Matrix, and I'm talking about the movie, but I'm also literally talking about Matrix, like mathematical matrices, and how we divide our reality. So the mind, the ruach, this is coming from Kabbalah, the mind divides, it discriminates, and by doing so, it allows us to create ourself, our ego as it is in opposition to everything else. There's a me, there's a you, and the capacity for the mind to do that is what creates personal identity. It is also the discrimination of sensory data that allows me to be looking at a camera which is separate from me and separate from my voice and separate from all my other sensations, which creates a reality, right? It allows separation. It is the agony of separation that allows for the bliss and ecstasy of union. And you can go down the rabbit hole with Adam and Eve and the fall and how that relates to it, but we're not going to do that in this video. What I want to talk about is the way the scales, the different scales that we divide our reality in a dimension, and also how there is no death. We're going to get to that in a second. What you have to understand about this is that even if you're in a dimension, you only experience yourself in a dimension below it. For example, if we lived in a flat land, and by the way, you're going to want to read the book Flatland to fully understand it, but if we lived in a 2D world, a 2D plane, we wouldn't see it like a TV screen. We wouldn't see it like a picture, because then we would be outside of the 2D. If we're inside the 2D, we only see things as lines, as 1D. So you would only be a certain length. I would only be looking at different lengths. And the same goes for all the other dimensions. And this is where death comes in, because death is the point of our undoing, where we stop existing. So let's look at a line, for example. In a line, it starts here. It's living, it's living, it's living, it's living. Oh my God, we're almost done, we're gonna die. Oh my God, we're dead. But are we dead? Because when you zoom out of that line and see the second dimension, we have a square, we have a plane. That line is still intact. And look at all the other area we have to play with. So that line, now that 2D plane, let's say it's a square, it experiences itself through a line. So the life of the square goes line, 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 line. Oh, we're getting to the end of the square. Oh my God, we're gonna die. But we don't die, because there's a third dimension. So when we zoom out of that second dimension, we have a cube. And look at all that volume we can play with now. So we start on one side of the cube, and we experience ourselves. If we're a cube, we're gonna experience ourselves only in the second dimension, even though we're in the third dimension. So we're gonna experience ourselves as a plane. So the plane goes through the cube one slice at a time to experience itself, and then it gets to the end and it's like, oh my God, we're at the end, we're gonna die. But no, because when we zoom out of that, we're in the 4D, which is time. Time in our world, in 4D, is life. And when we get to the end of our life, what's gonna happen? Oh my God, we zoom out again into 5D. So remember what I said, that when you're in a dimension, you experience yourself through the dimension under it. So we're 5D beings having a 4D experience. We are experiencing ourselves in the world of time. And that is how we divide the 5D and organize it. That's how we project into the future and remember the past, and meet each other for meetings, and organize our entire reality. And even our ego is time. Read A Course in Miracles. It's all about the illusion of time and the illusion of death and the true self. I mean, that's kind of like every mystical book ever. But so like a line is measured in points, a plane is measured in lines, and a cube is measured in planes, and time is measured in bodies and organizations of space, right? How we divide infinite space with our consciousness and discriminate space and organize it so we can see a 3D world. And then spirit is divided in time. And that's why there's always a choice between the world of time and the world of eternity. When you know that you're an infinite being and you're eternal, nothing can shake you. So in a way, getting out of the Matrix is getting out of the fear of death and the prison of time. Specifically, like letting go of the idea of the past and letting go of the fear of the future. Like people say, you know, depression is holding on to the past, and anxiety is worrying about the future, and every damn self-help book and mystical text has all said the same thing. Be present. Be present. I mean, I know it's like such a Hallmark card thing to say, but they keep fucking saying it, so maybe there's some damn truth to it, right? True presence is connecting to this infinitely undescribable, quiet thing that has always been humming in the background lovingly without almost any need or attachment or need to prove itself or ambition, just being. And that's the center of the wheel. That's the center of the wheel that doesn't move while everything moves around it. And I think the mystical quest is slowly but surely inching our way to that center of the wheel amongst the crazy centripetal forces of life. You know, the wheel of fortune is the forces of life, up and down, up and down, up and down, attraction and aversion, attraction and aversion. Finding that center of the wheel, infinitely small center within an infinitely large space, that is escaping the world of time and truly being. It's more a matter of remembering the thing that's true. And you always know something is true when it's not trying to persuade you. You know, because the mind will lie to you all day long. It's very loud and it tries to persuade you, but something that's true doesn't have to prove itself. And that's kind of like the silence that we're all really searching for, ironically. If you found this video interesting, please share it with your friends, contemplate, cognize, and comment your thoughts below. And if you want to check out more esoterica, visit all my information below. Much love.